Hello, welcome to this video. My name is Faby Fitzgerald, and in today's class, I will be talking to you about compound sentences. Compound sentences consist of two or more independent clauses. Well, we already know that an independent clause consists of one subject and one predicate that makes sense by itself, that let alone could be a sentence. All right, the first example I have here on the board of a compound sentence says, "The night is dark and I am far from home." As you can see, these two independent clauses are related. The night is dark and I am far from home. You may also join each independent clause with a conjunction. Here I am using and. You can use but. The night is dark, but I am getting closer to the creek. All right? The next one. This is a very, very long compound sentence. Because as I told you before, compound sentences are made up of two or more independent or principal clauses. And most of the poetic literature uses them. But you must be careful if you are writing something formal, because they are way too long. All right? Okay, example number 2. For weeks the clouds had gathered the hills. That would be our first independent clause. For weeks the clouds had gathered the hills. That is an independent clause. And then we join the second independent clause by a conjunction. And upset the valleys with raining. This would be our second independent clause. And again, we are joining another independent clause with and, the conjunction and. And all the woods were sad with mist. This could be another independent clause. And all the woods were sad with mist. And the last one, joined by a conjunction, the conjunction and also. And all the creeks complaining. So here we have 4 independent clauses that form this compound sentence. As I said, I do not recommend you to use them very often because they are way too long, all right? But if you want to make a compound sentence with 2 independent clauses, that's all right. But if you use more than 2, you might as well be writing poetic literature, because I haven't seen them very often. All right, so next I will give you some practice sentences so that you can have some interaction with me. Now we are going to practice. You are going to help me figure out which of these sentences are compound sentences and which of these are not. All right? The first one says, "We are very happy." Here we have our first independent clause. But we still miss Miss Jones. We still miss Miss Jones makes sense. So it's another independent clause. This is a compound sentence. The next one says, "When love knocks," when love knocks. Does this make sense by itself? When love knocks, period. No, it doesn't, right? So this is a dependent clause. You must open, you must answer the door. This is an independent clause that makes perfect sense by itself. Independent clause. So we have a dependent clause and an independent clause. This is not a compound sentence. And the third one says, you are a nice man. You are a nice man is an independent clause that makes perfect sense by itself. You are a nice man, period, would make perfect sense. So it's an independent clause. But you are not professional. You are not professional. It makes perfectly good sense by itself. You are not professional, period. Great, independent clause. And the third one says, I cannot hire you. I cannot hire you. So we have a third independent clause. So, and obviously we know that this is a conjunction that joins the ideas or the clauses together. This one too. You could say, and you're a very nice man, and you are not professional. But that's not what we want to say. All right, so we have three independent clauses, 1, 2, and 3. Is this a compound sentence or not? Yes, it is. Why? Because a compound sentence has 2 or more independent clauses. Right? So you are a nice man, but you are not professional. I cannot hire you. All right? So next, I will give you some homework. Please do it because in order to improve your English, you need to practice, not only to watch and not only to listen, but also through writing and speaking will you learn this new language. Homework. I'm just kidding. Homework. I'm sorry. Sometimes I eat the letters because I get so very hungry. I'm just kidding. All right. Homework. You are going to write 4 compound sentences in your workbook if you have one. And if you don't have one, please leave your homework in the comment section below this video. I'll be very happy to read that along with any comment, suggestion, or question you may have. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was of use to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Would you like to watch my next video? Click on the television to the right. In today's class, I will be talking to you about the inverted sentence or the inverted order.